fam's Dark Angel's Journey. I'm Shakira. Right. So I said on Monday that I wanted to wait till Tuesday, then promptly forgot I had a training class I had to be in on Tuesday, so I apologize for that. So we are back on Monday morning at 7:06 a.m. and I have about an hour and a half to get into some practice. Kitty wants to hang out and be besties. Say hello. Hello. Hello, Kitty. Hi, 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 hi. Sorry about the loud noise. Unexpected casualties of kitty time. Anyway, let's jump into the charts and see what was going on yesterday, and let's either do some front testing if something shows up, as in live testing, sorry, and back testing if nothing is there. All right, so let's get tiny. Let's get tiny. All right, cool, cool, cool. Hey, he's trying to step over here and hang out. Seriously, buddy? Okay. All right, let's they renamed it to Supercharts. Click on that. All right, where do you drop me? All right, my new week. Whoa! Haha! All right, so we went ahead and took out these lows. All right, let's take a quick look. I really need to move these down. It's like it's easier for me to see them. All right, so we've hit the 20-day mark and we just had a shift. All right. Well, not quite 20 days, but within the 20 days. 20 days looks like it's going to be the tomorrow, actually. So in the middle of that, we had a shift here. We've broken these lows. We've come back into tapping the March 5th new week opening gap. And we have a fair value gap in here that they've filled in completely. We have another smaller one down here, further down in the 4057 range, and then all the way down to this bullish order block in the 4030s, range. So from the look back from the previous 20 days, they've not taken out the lows from the previous 20 days, just the ones formed in the last 20 days. Okay, buddy. And it hasn't taken out well, I guess yes, they haven't taken out the lows for the last 20 days and the lows for the last 40s all the way down here. Same for the 60. So we're still in a very large consolidation. Looks like it started April 5th. So April's just been a month of consolidation. Let's take a look at the Forex Factory. All right. So this morning we have some medium news, some core durable goods at 8:30. And then 9 o'clock, 10:30 crude oil inventories. So nothing too crazy today. I think so. We have advanced GDP tomorrow, 8:30. Some 10 a.m. pending home sales, natural gas, some currency, Japan's CPI stuff coming out. And then Friday is when we have. Am I crazy? There's supposed to be PCE on Friday. Was that last Friday? It probably was last Friday. Because this Friday looks like it's going to be. I don't know. It is this Friday. There it is. Just a lot of other things going on in the middle of the night. Friday. PCE 8:30. 9:45 Chicago PMI. So Friday might be a good idea is to wait for the market to open, maybe even trade in the afternoon session. But anyway, let's save that. Now let's dip into our mesh. So we had a very, very, very down day. Let's also open up our Dixie. Okay. Yesterday. And Dixie has been slowly climbing back up. If it takes out these highs right here, then I expect it to, maybe we'll continue on up. All right. As you can see, nothing is in line because it's dropped exponentially. So let's push this to 5 minutes. And wow, okay. Oh yeah, so we We gapped down. When is this? Monday? Tuesday? Wow, that's quite a gap on Tuesday. They haven't bothered to come back up to fill it, looks like. Ooh, Kitty wants to. Hello. Look at this. Look at this. He is climbing. He has found a way to climb on me. Hi. Anyway, so Kitty wants to hang out properly. All right, so we've gapped down. Um, let's roll back down the 15 minute and the 1 hour. Let's whoa, that's this was gnarly last week. It was gross. So we took out this sell side here on the 1 hour. We took out those guys and those guys. And we have dropped into a bullish order block right here. Bounced nicely. So I'm just going to note that. So let's just look at PD arrays right here. So let's do this. And will be 1 hour. And let's also make that green and drop that to the right so we have some context of where we are. Do we also have anything juicy? Well, it's a busy, right? Buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. They've come in and taken care of it. This order block right here, I'm taking let's see, is that where they've tapped into? I haven't quite made it there yet. Well, there's this order block, but this grouping feels like the real one on the 1 hour. And that's probably a propulsion block. So they've tapped that and they bounced. And now they're back down to it again. Technically, this whole thing is the order block. So just note that. The whole range. So when they decide to, let's see what they decide to do once they get in here. No real fair value gaps down here to speak of. But wow, let's do a little cleanup. They haven't bothered to come take the buy side. That's all the way up here. This is the void that got created on Monday. I just want to be the gap, sorry, that got created on Monday. So I just want to be aware of it through till Friday. There we go. And we had a nice shift and return back into a fair value gap order block. Let's see, low of that candle 41.44. That had this candle 41.44.50. So we got in just, and then what, 2 ticks? All right, breaking into that. Let's drop down. Wow, okay. Let's drop down into a 15 minute. Okay, so now we're taking out sell side here. We have obvious, very flat buy side up here. Look at that. I'm just going to take out the top of that. Let's note it as buy side liquidity. Up there, they're also hanging out inside of this fair value gap. And that was acting as resistance. Let's just visualize that because I'm at the stage where I still need to have it visually there. And I don't know if that's ever going to change, honestly. And they dipped right back into here. All right, so let's dip into the 5 minute. Whoa. Everybody has, wow. Okay. What just happened? Did I just remove? Oop, don't fall, kitty. All right, so let's do this. How did that happen? Somehow I've overlaid this. Let's plop that back down here. Did I overlay that with that too? You know what? Let's clear that all out. Clear that out. Okay. Oh, hold on. Put that back. All right. So on the 5 minute, we've taken sell side out here and we've hit the order block here. Um, don't have any fair value gaps. So right now it's just sell side order block on the 1 hour. Let me just note the 1 hour here as well. So the one thing I did not pay close attention to is I want to see what the monthly candle is forming. I was asked, let's hide some stuff here. So the monthly candle is red, obviously. And as you can see, we've just sort of been hanging out in this space. It's not pretty. The weekly candle should also be red. Yes, it is. And the daily candle should be forming red. Yep. But it's digging into fair value gaps on the lower levels. So that's fine. Let's come back over here. So what do we have? So lots of consolidation after the big drop overnight, which makes perfect sense, and then a move down. Let's see, do we have any opportunities? Let's add the sessions in. So this is the London session. This is from 2 to 5. So during the London session, if I'd been up at that time, we saw them take out very shallowly buy side here, left this intact, and then so 5 minutes. We really have so we had a significant shift here, which is my preference. Fair value gap, tiny one right here, order block. They came in, tapped it, and then they dropped. They did it messily, but they did do it. And now we are working our way back up to this fair value gap here. We have order block here. If they're going to continue downward, my expectation would be we don't really have anything here. We just have the small one here. And then a bigger fair value gap here. So my preference, and I don't know if this is a thing that's going to happen, because I think they gave us an opportunity for another drop right there. And this is something we have to watch for. They would come back into here, hit this order block, and then continue on down. Now, where are they in reference to the next? Sorry, let me dip over to here. Undo that. And let's hit drop down to the 5 minute. Do that. So where are they in reference to the next new week opening gap? Ah, they're right at it. They tapped it. 48.9, to 48.86.75. Let's add that one in here. 40.89.25. Let's make that. And then 40.86.75. Boom. So they tapped this new week opening gap right after busting into this order block. The next one up is all the way up here at 41.18.75. And they do have buy side to come in over here. So they've used up this fair value gap quite a lot of resistance. One more tap, drop. Okay, so let's see, it's 4 minutes. Okay, looks like we're about to we're enjoying the styles of this 4 minute fair value gap. On the 5 minutes, we don't really have one. We have a small one up here. I'm curious to see what they do around it. So let's just note it. So then 4 minute fair value gap, that could be holding it down. 3 minute is right here. Order block on the 3 minute. See how they behave. And I'm just curious, since we're obviously very short focused, right? So can probably refine it. Like my expectation would be my preference would be up here, this order block, maybe mean threshold, and 16 ticks puts me just above that with coming to the end of that. But like I said, I highly doubt they're gonna bother to come all the way back up here. And that would be 57 ticks if I could get away with it. That'd be nice. This order block right here seems to be where they want to stop. This is 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Wow. It's so fascinating. Depending on what time frame you look at, you're not really like seeing everything, you know? And then 1 minute. Okay, so on the 1 minute, they've tapped into this fair value gap and overstepped themselves with this order block. Like I said, my preference would be for them to come all the way up here. That's just a preference, right? They gotta like bust through this order block here. I don't know if that's even like a thing. We have to just watch price and see how it behaves. Now, let's say I'm on the 3 minute and this order block right here seems to be holding things down. Just inside the fair value gap for this one, just inside this order block. Could I get, if I were feeling lucky, could I get 20 ticks out of that? Yeah, 21 ticks. Yeah. My original thought is they'll come all the way down and take that into account. I don't necessarily trust it, so I would have like a 8 tick stop loss for that one. And it wouldn't be so bad because there is an order block here and there is a tiny fair value gap here. They do have a tendency to like wick up, if they want to. So I don't know if that's what they're gonna do. Like I said, there's no guarantees they'll come all the way back up. Pretty choppy. Like this is not bad. Volume imbalance right there. Order block, we're already on a downtrend. Beautiful. I would have been somewhat worried about them taking out this here, but we've already like started breaking down, so anything's possible. They basically made what is essentially like it's not quite equal lows, but close, right? So let me go down to 1 minute so I can watch what's happening here. So we see what my general preferences are. Like we hang out at this order block and drop. That's like my least preferable option. My preference is for an order here and then continuation down. But like I said, let's see, yeah, and that would be at like the tip of this, but still inside of this fair value gap, this bigger fair value gap right here, and within this order block. So I probably would just tape read this one because I don't trust it. It's too shallow, and wait for this one. Right? Wrong? I have no idea. What's the Dixie doing? Aha! Dixie has taken out its buy side right there, and it is climbing. So, and it's come down to order blocks right here, volume imbalance, and we're going up. And did we say there was any kind of cool news? Okay, right, core durable goods, 830. Okay, so I feel like they're gonna like pop up a bit. Maybe take out the folks who went short here. 16 ticks there, and then wait for them to drop all the way back down to here. So let's see how they behave. 3 minutes. So small order block here. Let's watch and wait. So fair value gaps up here on the 3 minute. So if they're going to, at the bare minimum, let's say I want it to be there and above that order block. Put me at 12 ticks. And then the top of that order block. But I'm always like thinking about I'm always wanting the best entry, and that's not always it's not always the case, right? I should be looking for this entry when it taps it there, maybe, while it's still inside of the order block, right? But midpoint of the thingy would make me semi-happy. And then to be above this order block. I I don't necessarily trust it, so maybe 9 takes at max and takes to get me above this order block and above the fair value gap here. We'll see. All right, buddy. He seemed so put out when I bathed him the other day. So let's see. I I was worried they're gonna take this one over. Um, they took these guys out. For anybody who went short here. Of course, you think like there's a buy side all the way up here. But that's why my preference is for an entry up here. If I don't get that, then, whatever. We've got shift. They might have already given it to us, right? Shift, roll back up into this fair value gap. The rest should remain open since they're kind of like, it's not, wait, there isn't one. There's a volume imbalance right here that I would have thought they wanted to come back up into, honestly. So we have a fair value gap in the bigger time frame. We have a volume imbalance right here. Let's note that. So honestly, I would adjust my entry to something like that and drop my stop to just about like 13 ticks, something like that. So that's my preference. All right, let's drop. And that seems to be one option. Let's see on the 15-minute, order blocks all the way up here. So that would be my preference. Am I missing something? Let's open up on the 15 minutes. So yes, annoying little range right here, shift below it. And this happened the shift happened at 3:30, return back up to it about 4:35-ish. Maybe what I need to be doing is checking what happens between 4 and 7 in the mornings early. I'm already up at 5. Why not? Oh, hello. The dollar is well, it took that out. It's coming into this fair value gap. There's an order block down here, so it's dropping. So let's see. I guess in my mind, like if they're gonna continue lower, like we have this significant drop. Right. We had the significant drop from yesterday. They expected consolidation. If they want to continue downward, then the potential for them to want to take out the buy side up here and then drop after tapping this guy. I don't know. I just don't know if they're willing to come all the way back up. We just have to watch and see, right? And they took out sell side here, so reversal to come back up into a higher time frame PD array would not go awry. But look at what it is. What is that? What is this? It's like a cone. The chart patterns have been very unpredictable. Very, very unpredictable the last 2 weeks. I mean, the hell? The heck and heck is all of this? April's been a pretty shit-tastic month for chart patterns, in my opinion, and for trading. Let's be honest, it's been pretty crappy. So this is what we're looking at. Rose cone could be that they're ready to do a reversal. Like I said, I am waiting to see what they do. And it's that patience that I'm trying to work up. Now, they did come into an order block, right? So my question is, if I took, say, the reversal, right? Let's say they seem to be hanging out here. And I took the reversal. Could I have gotten 20 ticks? Yeah, I can get 20 ticks back up to this order block right there. Just as the reversal. So let's see. Do that obviously, but and it looks like this we're stuck between this fair value gap and the one above. All right, let's add our other indices in so we can get some comparisons. Let's new pane that one and new pane that one. And so NASDAQ, let's set the lows and change it to a candle. Good. And then the Dow, let's do the same and set it to candles. Okay. So what are we seeing? Well, hello, Dow. Hello. Okay, so the Dow, let's see. The Dow's taken out these relative equal highs right here. It's coming up to take that out. The NASDAQ and let me see. So the lows, have we made lower lows? Nope, nobody has. So, and then the Dow is showing some strength. It's like leading the pack. That's the high. Let's see, it's taken out these highs that got formed at 7, basically. Some gusto. And, whoopsie. What did the NASDAQ do? It's not anywhere close to it. And S&P is not anywhere close to it. So, one of two things. Either, how's it go? So if we're going up, we need to see if they're making any lower lows. We've made higher highs on both sets. And we've made a higher high on the Dow, just telling me it might want to come take out these highs. So these other two might come in and mirror it. The dollar is, Kitty has abandoned me, y'all. The dollar is consolidating around this fair value gap. It has sell side all the way down here. It wants to keep dropping. Okay. So that was showing strength. The NASDAQ is doing nothing. It has not come to the party. And the S&P is consolidating. Okay. Dow says yes. S&P, everybody says yes, yes, yes. I think we're going up. Maybe it's going to follow the leader, follow the leader. Let's see. Just gotta watch and see. Right now we are bouncing between two fair value gaps. And let's see, we had the wicking down here. We've slowly coming up. Let's see, that looks like it wants to continue upward. Let's get this on the 5 minutes, because sometimes when we're stuck on the... All right, so let's remove that as what we're looking for now, just so we can see the candles. So now we can see very clearly what they're doing, and definitely not anything to be done, at least not from my perspective. Where's my notebook? Time to have it written in here because I haven't been trading or considering it. Probably should have been making notes about what my thoughts are. So let's maximize this. Where am I? 15? Let's maximize the 5 minutes and let's take a look at, that's what the NASDAQ looks like. It's very weak. And the Dow is looking very strong. The Dow wants to go. Go. But from these lows, still looking bullish, and the dollar is broken that one. Let's see if it just comes into this bearish order block and then drops. So, yeah. The bullish order block on the 1 hour, though, is doing its job. Let me see, is there something else in there that I've missed? Anything's possible, right? So we were just going straight up from here. Is there anything juicy in this general vicinity? It's got the 4 hour that we might have missed from an analysis perspective. So we have that. We're at like old equal highs. Rejection. We have a rejection block right here. Wow. 4102. On the 4 hour. For it to continue down, we just have this new week opening gap. No real fair value gap in here, just the order block. And that's already balanced. Tiny fair value gap here and here. Just gotta watch the behavior. Let's do that. Come back in. Let's zoom in. Okay. They are not in sync. Like the way they've been trading. Look at it. Like the NASDAQ has sort of mirrored what's happening. The Dow, kinda, but it's showing some strength to the upside. The dollar hasn't moved. I'm just watching the price. Like it's just consolidating. This is telling me potentially I might want to go up. So we'll have to see. Oh, hello. Well, hello there. See how it's consolidating? We need to break out of this mess. That's why I wanted my entries to be up here. Right. Let's see, 2 minutes. Okay, so we consolidated. We're coming up. My preferred entry is up here. So the question is, will that matter? Because there's an order here along with a fair value gap. It might just be where they're going to snatch things up, right? Ooh, look at that. They wicked it. Oops, wrong one. Let's see, the low of this candle, 40.9750. The high of this candle, 40.9750. Well. Still respecting this fair value gap. The candle closed. See, we haven't had a candle close above it. The 5-minute candle still forming. 4, 3. Ugh, look at this. Gross. I think my preference would be for them to either break below here from going down and then take the short from here down into here. Because I am currently short bands. So 2 minutes. Oof. And 1. So I'm just gonna assume they're coming up. So remember my preference for an actual short. And this is where I'm gonna have to wait and be very, very patient. Here. Like do a 13 tick stop loss and then something down this way. You just manage it on the way down. 64 ticks, it's not bad at all. That's my preference. We know they're gonna tap into that. I don't know if this is just cannon fodder on the way up. And with the expectation that they're going up there, probably could have taken the long from here. Once they started respecting this at the top and they haven't closed anything below it, could we get 20 ticks? We'd be like from here, just below that, do an 8 tick stop loss. Could we have gotten 20 ticks out of that? Looks like it. It's within the order block, so it's not a bad plan. Come on. But like I said, wouldn't take it anyway because we're stuck in between two things and it's short biased, right? So, all right, there's 20 ticks right there coming up. 743. All right, they're coming into this quite strongly. They break this proper shift. Oh, they're drawing it like a moth to a flame. Look at it. We tapped it yet? There we go. So that's where I wanted them to come back up into. They're doing it way too strong, so I'm not touching it just yet. See what they're doing here. Let's just note the buy side that they're running for at the moment. What's the dollar doing? Nothing really. Now this is where ICT is like, oh, it's scary. You're buying into like this strong up candle. I mean, yeah. Or selling into this strong up candle because that's what I was waiting for, right? Like 6 seconds. Okay. So now they're dropping. I don't want to buy on that candle. Let's see what they do. This might just be a continuation. But they are in the general vicinity of what I wanted. And that was scary, right? Now we have what is essentially a pretty, let's look at this on the 5-minute. So a shift, proper shift would be above here. They just come back up into this order block that I was expecting. I gotta get comfortable like buying in that general vicinity, right? But now I want to see if they're gonna keep this as a rejection block right here. So I can get an entry in any of this, I think, but let's see the behavior. Now, if I'd had a limit order, I would have been fine and then down. That's quite an up move. And they're inside of this fair value gap, so let me get ready for a sell here. That's quite an up move, so but we got rejected in the general vicinity that we wanted. 3 seconds left. And you want to do it on an up candle, right? What time is it? 7:47. Now you can get any entry from within this fair value gap, I think. Okay, let's just do it. Not my best entry, but should have waited. So for the take profit, let's see. I want to see them take out these equal lows down here at the minimum. Come back that way. Gotta watch it here. Should have taken it up here and just trusted the analysis, but hey, what do I know, right? So they're coming in, so I need to see them bust through this for this to be real, right? What's the dollar doing? The dollar's dropping. So I might need to take my 5 ticks and be happy. Delete the volume imbalance. Now they've just come and eaten more of this fair value gap right here. I'm gonna reduce my risk. So my paper trading account is in a $325 loss, right? So I'm just gonna let it play. See how they behave in here. Because it could be a shift and they're moving in the other direction. Take my fingers off of the trigger. And we need them to burst through here with some gusto in the next like 1 or 2 candles. Okay, so they were like hanging out in here. We have this fair value gap. Let's see how they behave in it. I'm gonna reduce my risk down. Okay, I need you to bust through. Just down she blows. We're gonna act as support. I don't like it. We're like halfway to 20 ticks, so I need not move it technically, but 2 ticks in. I need them to burst through here. Come on, you can do it. All right, we're 15 ticks in. We've got a fair value gap right here. Let's take my fingers off of it. Don't like the behavior. See what that looks like on the 5 minute. Just gonna take my fingers off and don't worry about it. Bad habit of moving my stop loss too early. Now I'm pushing for 32 ticks. Where is 20 ticks in all of this? Actually, I'm pushing for way more than that. I'm pushing for all the way down here. So if I were to say take 20 ticks, 22 ticks, that would be about here. This is looking like it wants to act as support. So I'm gonna take my money and be happy. And right now I'm just trying to fix my drawdown a little bit. I don't like the fact that really that only gave me $75. Ah, ooh, that's barely gonna handle like fees. Okay. Probably shouldn't have touched it, right? Right, guys? I was in I had no. See, this is what I need to work out, right? Like, I keep doing that. And the dollar is moving up, so I should have felt comfortable with my short, right? That's the thing. I'm not comfortable with it. Not comfortable at all. I don't like when it sits here. I wanted it to just drop. Like, it's a good place for it to just drop. Yes, and that made me very nervous. So it's probably going to continue on down like it's supposed to. Now, the stupid thing is this, right? Yeah, now it's gonna drop like it's supposed to. And I just keep doing that. Keep taking these tiny, tiny wins when I could have like a proper win. I think it was up to 16 ticks, right? Over 100. A little bit of a fix, but not even remotely enough. I don't like that it's acting as, I mean, Kitty, it's too cold. Sorry. This is acting as support, right? Well, you can see here that I absolutely have um, a long way to go in terms of patience because look at it. It's beautiful. The setup was beautiful. But what did I do? I got scared and I exited when I could have had at minimum 20 ticks, 21 ticks. Pretty sure I just hit it right there, right? From my entry. Now, what I can do is take a look at this range that we're hanging out inside of. Order block. I want to. If they turn this into support, then we can drop it down. But now I think they're gonna just go. Or they're gonna just hold us in this range again and wait for the 830 news to come out. But if I'd taken that short and waited for them to come back into this fair value gap, that's 34 ticks right there. Right there. But I didn't wait. So I didn't take it when it was going up. I didn't trust it, and I should have trusted it. I knew where they were going to come back up into. I knew what I wanted. And, I took the entry too late. I gotta get comfortable with that. Anyway, so I think that's enough for now. I'm gonna get ready for work. And you saw it here, right? I need to, I need a lot more work on being comfortable sitting in it, stewing in it, not being emotional about it. Oh. So that's the part that I need to do some work on. I don't know if I'm feeling uncomfortable, right? Like you should just stop, right? Just get out. I felt uncomfortable, but I should have waited until I tried to at least get the 20 ticks, reduce my drawdown a little bit more. But all in good time. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. I think we're gonna continue consolidating here until 8:30. Any case, I gotta like get prepped for the job that pays the bills for now. Happy hunting, be safe. Drop a like, drop a comment, let me know your thoughts. Shakira, out.